What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to my builds guide and unit review of Valentine Effie. So Valentine Effie is a Gen 7 Axe Infantry unit with 177 BST and she's got Petal Fall Vase Plus as the inheritable weapon. And inheritable weapons have definitely improved quite a lot because with this weapon, you're able to get +5 attack and speed in the combat, and if you've got more speed than the opponent, then you can get the full null follow-up and also +5 true damage per hit. So getting full null follow-up out of a weapon is extremely good, and this weapon is going to be really good for many of the cavaliers and flyers who are going to be fast and they do not have access to null follow-up through Sacred Seal or Slot B skill like Effie for example. And this is going to be a pretty good weapon overall. If you cannot get access to Arcane Downfall, this is going to be the next best thing for a fast axe unit. And Valentine Effie can definitely make use of this weapon with that base 43 speed, which also has a super boon. So looking at her stat spread, she can definitely be compared to the recent Axe Infantry units that we have got in female Shez and also Hans. So she basically ends up having same attack as Hans, but also the speed of female Shez. And she's going to be having a lot less resistance than female Shez, but overall, she's going to be functioning out fine offensively, especially with Arcane Downfall. Hans does have his preferred weapon, which is going to be making him a bit more unique, but still, he can only run Godlike Reflexes with that weapon. And ultimately, with Godlike Reflexes, you will need to run Arcane Downfall so that you can loop that special. She can also be compared to the previous gen Axe Infantry units like Ninja Hana and Ninja Shamir, and she's going to be a bit faster than them while also having a lot more attack than them at the cost of having a lot less resistance. So Valentine Effie is going to be able to function well as an Axe Infantry unit who is going to be fast, and if you haven't really built up Ninja Shamir or Ninja Hana, then Valentine Effie is going to be the better option because she takes a lot less Dragon Flowers and she is going to be having a lot better attack stat, which is going to be helping you a lot offensively. So having 46 base attack with 43 base speed is definitely pretty good, and she does have a super boon in resistance as well, but most people are going to be focusing on her speed and attack. And as for her base kit, she does have attack speed push 3 at 4-star and infantry flash 3 at 5-stars. So these are not the greatest fodder, and she's mainly going to be used as a fodder for her weapon, which has the full null follow-up. Overall, Valentine Effie is going to be a pretty nice Axe Infantry unit who has got the solid offenses to function as a fast unit and also make use of Arcane Downfall so that she can run Godlike Reflexes. So at high investment, you should definitely be giving her that weapon. And competitively, she's mainly going to be functioning as a score stick in Arena where she can score 190 BST. But if you've already built up some other Axe Infantry units like female Shez, Hans, Ninja Shamir, or any of the units before, then you might not have the greatest incentive to build her up because she doesn't really have a preferred weapon and is going to be relying on the Arcane Axe compared to someone like Hans, for example, who might not have the most insane preferred weapon, but still, it does make him stand out a bit with that Ice Mirror 1 built into his weapon. So all things considered, she's going to be a pretty nice merge project for many people, and I can definitely see many people investing into her. So if you're going to be running her on a budget, then she could be run with this kind of build by giving her a Norn for speed defense link and reposition. So having full null follow-up in this weapon is definitely pretty nice for the budget use. And this kind of build could be used in Arena Assault for limited hero battles, or even for Tempest Trial because she is going to be the bonus unit. But if you want to invest a bit more into Effie with maybe some more premium fodder from the Divine Codes, then a build like this could be run. So her weapon is going to be pretty nice for the full null follow-up, so you can just run a damage reduction skill in Slot B, and all of these skills could be obtained from the Divine Code, so at high investment, this is definitely something you can run. But ultimately, if you're going to be investing into Effie heavily, then Arcane Downfall is going to be the end game weapon for her because it can give her minus on special cooldown, so Vital Astra becomes a 1-turn special and Godlike Reflexes becomes a 2 cooldown special. She also gets +5 to all of her stats, gets the follow-up negation, and also special charges on both her attacks and the foe's attacks, and heals up 7 HP per hit in the combat. So honestly, this is a really good weapon for any kind of fast infantry unit, and it is going to be no different for Effie. So you can easily run this weapon on her and run Vital Astra, and easily pre-charge it with using Legendary Hector, Duo Chrom, Duo Asker, or any of the other support options by which you can pre-charge Vital Astra on Effie. And by having these special charges in her weapon, it is definitely going to be helping you pretty much loop your specials and trigger it easily. So Vital Astra with Close Call 4 and Speed Smoke 4 could be run to get that damage reduction. And she already gets the follow-up negation out of Arcane Downfall, but if you want to give her the full null follow-up, then it could be run as a Sacred Seal, or you could even outsource it to some other ally with Infantry Speed Tactic or Infantry Null Follow-Up. And the ultimate build for Effie is definitely going to be using the Godlike Reflexes, because Arcane Downfall is extremely good with Godlike Reflexes builds, as it is going to be helping you loop the special because of its special charges. And once you've pre-charged the special, you can just go from there and snowball and get the special charges out of Arcane Downfall and always keep it up. And Velocity 3 is going to be giving you the Null Guard, so it is going to be helping you loop Godlike Reflexes a lot easily with these special charges of Arcane Downfall. And Attack Speed Finish 4 is going to be the best slotted skill, because you're going to be having Godlike Reflexes charged up all the time, so this can help you with some healing and also the true damage. And you can just get Speed Smoke 4 while trying to get Godlike Reflexes from Flame Tribe Lyn, which is going to be a pretty nice slotsy skill. So this is the max investment Effie that he can run. And if you want to run Attack Speed Unity on her, that's also an option with Null Follow-Up in slot B. And you can also run Vital Astra and again pre-charge it to get some damage reduction. And Attack Speed Oath 4 is going to be having pretty good synergy with the conditions of Unity skill and also the Form Sacred Seal. And even if you get debuffed to your attack and speed, which are going to be your main stats, then the Unity skill is going to be there. And then you can also run her with the Bulwark skill if you just want to stack up a lot of healing with Arcane Downfall, with the finish skill and the healing that you get out of the Bulwark skill. So this can be run, and the Obstruct effect is definitely going to be pretty good. And again, Godlike Reflexes is going to be an amazing special to be run if you're going to be using Arcane Downfall on her. And Speed Smoke 4 is going to be giving you the other damage reduction. Now it's worth mentioning that Godlike Reflexes is not going to be getting pierced by Deadeye or Lethality or any of those specials. So it's a pretty nice damage reduction skill to have. And especially with Arcane Downfall, it's a lot easier to loop. And that's why I have been recommending that special on Effie. If you want to use her competitively, then she could be used in Aether Raids offense with a Gale Force team, because Arcane Downfall does give you the special charges, so she could easily be run with a 2 cooldown Gale Force by running her with Asker and by running Time Pulse on her. So with the Open Domain and Time Pulse, she's going to be having a 2 cooldown Gale Force, so she can just hit once and immediately trigger Gale Force, which is going to be the most perfect scenario for any kind of Gale Force team. And she could also be run in Arena with 2 300 SP passives. So Distant Counter and John Drive Speed are going to be the 300 SP passives, and this entire build could be made up with Divine Codes. So Distant Counter is going to be helpful because you can retaliate back to stuff like Legend Crom and just destroy him, because you're still going to be having that physical bulk, even though she doesn't really have the highest magical bulk. And with Arcane Downfall, you're going to be able to retaliate back with Ruptured Sky, which is definitely really good. And she's not really going to be able to score as high as Hans, because arcane weapons do not really score like legendary weapons. So ultimately, if Hans runs his preferred weapon with all 300 SP passives, then he's going to be scoring more than Effie. But still, if you just want to run her for like tier 19, 20, or 20.5, then this is something that you could do. And she could be used as a score stick who can score 190 BST. And if you're going to be investing even more into her for the arena build, then you could run Close Call 4 as the other 300 SP passive, and just run Time Pulse so that you can pre-charge Vital Astra and have it as another damage reduction skill here. So this is the max investment Distant Dart build that could be run and could be used with Effie in Arena. Make sure to share this video with your friends if they're going to be trying to build up Valentine Effie, and if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more FEH videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I wish YouTube sub boxes were about as fast as Valentine Effie is compared to her original self. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.